cooperation. Where are you from?
I'm from London.
So is it your first visit to Japan?
No, second visit.
Why did you want to come back to Japan?
There's nowhere else like it. I love it here. I love the culture, I love the fashion, love the food. I just love it here. I love the people.
Wow. Last time, how long were you staying in Japan?
5 weeks.
5 weeks?
Yeah,
Wow, quite
I was a
long.
student traveling around Japan.
Last time, for what did you come to Japan?
I was a dental student. 私は歯医者です。Yeah. So I was studying a little bit at Tokyo Medical Dental University, and I got to see how the Japanese dentists work. But while I was here, I wanted to travel to Kyoto, Osaka, and see more of the country. So yeah, I was very lucky.
This time you came to Japan to your holiday?
A little bit of holiday, but also now my work is somehow a little bit Japanese too. An amazing Japanese stem cell company bought where I work. I'm a cosmetic doctor and dentist now. Yes.
Is there any difference between 2016 Japan and 2024
Huge.
Japan?
Yeah, so different. I came in summer last time though, and it's winter this time.
Yeah.
So that is very different. No sound of cicadas. But otherwise, I'd say there's definitely more foreigners, more English speaking, and I think the fashion has got a lot better as well.
Oh, really?
I think everyone looks amazing. I think everyone's style is beautiful on a daily basis.
Really?
I love it, yeah.
What's the difference between the London's fashion and Japanese fashion?
Way more individualistic here.
Oh, yeah?
Very strong sense of personal style here. I think in London people try and blend in, but I think it looks like everyone stands out here. So it's very nice to see that.
In this trip, where have you visited?
I've stayed mostly in Tokyo, but I did visit Kawagoe.
Oh,
Yeah, I wanted to see an Edo city. I wanted to see the castle and the shrines, but mostly Tokyo. But I've seen Sensoji and I've done the temples and things this time too. I wanted to stay in Tokyo long enough to get bored, but I'm still not bored.
From your professional dentist view, what's the difference between Japanese people's conscious to their teeth and London people's conscious to their teeth?
I think Japanese people care more about healthy teeth, and English people care less about healthy, but they should look straight.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference, because you can have very healthy teeth which aren't perfectly straight, which is often the case here. But in the UK, people put a lot of money into making them look pretty, but they're not healthy. So style over substance.
Do they brush their teeth every day?
They're not very good. They're not very good. It's my biggest job in life is getting my patients to brush their teeth and floss. I have brought my floss with me.
What does the Japanese essence mean to you?
As in, I think the key thing I love here is I think everyone has a great respect for others. And I think that's something you don't see in many places collectively. I love that people will clean the street outside their shop. People take ownership of their local area, and it's like a respect to others. And I think the rest of the world can really take that on board, because I don't think enough people respect their whole community. Selfish world now.
If you can come back to Japan again,
Sure.
what would you like to do next time?
I think I'll come in Sakura season,
Sakura season.
because I've come in August when it's 40-degree, really hot. I've now come in January where we had snow and we had interesting weather. I would like a gentle weather, and I would like to appreciate the countryside more and enjoy the beautiful botany here.
So, could you show me the best shot you took in Japan?
Oh, the best shot.
Yeah. Wow, beautiful.
Whoa.
Is the sunset?
Yes, I went specifically for sunset.
Wow. Did you take any picture you think it's very rare?
Maybe this is beautiful, very unique. I've never seen anything like this. This is sweet potato parfait. And it was like artwork. It had about 15 different ingredients, and this is all the hard work that went into creating it.
Wow. Did you eat it?
Yes, carefully, very carefully.
Wow.
I felt bad about eating it, but I ate it.
Nice.
Yeah. That was like an academic experience. It was educational eating it. I learned a lot whilst eating that. I've never seen, even in the finest restaurants, anything quite so special.
From your professional view.
Okay.
What the London people do to care their teeth the latest way?
The latest way, well, The big thing that everyone is getting into, because everyone is lazy with their teeth and no one likes to floss, the thing that everyone's using is something called a water flosser. I don't know if you've heard of this. It's a machine which has a tank of water and it sprays in between your teeth. So people think, oh, great, I don't have to floss. So lots of people are using that.
Is this efficient?
It's very good, but it does not replace flossing. So I tell my patients, don't do it instead of flossing, do it as well as. And then they say, oh. I say, no, you have to floss still. You do still have to floss.
Thank you for your advice.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Thank you for your cooperation. Where are you from?
I'm from Canada.
How long have you been in Japan?
I've been here since September 2024. Wait, 20.
3?
Is it 2024 this year? Yeah, 2024.
All right. Almost for 5 months, 4 months.
5-6 months, yeah.
For what did you come to Japan?
Japanese language school.
Why did you decide to study Japanese?
I have like a lot of friends back in Canada who are Japanese, and I wanted to be able to speak to them in their own language. On top of that, I'm really interested in like Japanese cuisine, so I wanted to be able to go to Japanese cooking school, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that.
Before coming Japan this time, did you come to Japan? Last time you came to Japan to study?
No, just for fun.
What was your first impression of Tokyo?
Very busy.
Yeah.
Like, never sleeps. Everyone is always awake. My first impression was that Japanese were just like very hardworking.
What is the most biggest difference point between Tokyo and Vancouver?
Maybe in Vancouver, on the street, when you walk by people in Vancouver, we'll smile at each other or say like good morning, good afternoon.
Yeah.
But in Tokyo, no one really
You
just keep walking and go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially which point of Japanese do you feel hardworking?
You guys just work like long hours and like very, very hard. Like you know what you're doing all the time. I have arubaito at a bakery, and
really?
they're very good workers. Like they are very efficient.
No chatting
No,
during
barely
work.
chatting. No chatting. In Canada, if you work a job, you're chatting with everyone. You're having fun, kind of thing.
So what's the difference between Japanese bakery and Canadian bakery?
Everything's sweet in a bakery, but in Japan, it's a lot sweeter. Maybe,
Yeah.
and it's a lot more. Everything looks perfect. Everything is very symmetrical, or like well done.
Did you find any Japanese original bread?
Oh, I think melon pan.
Melon pan.
It's very Japanese.
Ah.
You don't find that anywhere else.
You like it?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's great.
What do you think about the name of melon pan?
I think it's good. I like it. Yeah, I think it's good.
If you make baked melon pan in Canada, is it sell well?
Oh, probably.
Oh.
Yeah. The Japanese bakeries in Vancouver, where I'm from, do very, very well.
Oh, really?
They're sold out like very fast.
You could be a bakery.
Maybe.
in
I've
Canada.
been thinking about it.
Now you are studying Japanese, so what's the difficult point to learning Japanese?
I would say Japanese school, going to it, they teach you a lot of written and a lot of keigo. And I think it's very hard for me to understand keigo and to remember all of the keigo. Do I use shimasu or do I use short form?
Yeah.
Remembering all the kanji, that's probably one of the most difficult as well.
Yeah. Do you have any favorite Japanese phrase or words?
Maybe yabai.
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 Oh.
Yabai
Do you
is-
often use it?
Yeah. When I'm yoparai. Yabai. The most useful word though is daijoubu.
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 Yeah. Daijoubu. Did you find anything that you can find only in Japan?
There's a lot of things you can find only in Japan. Yeah. I want to say the big thing is like clean streets
Yeah.
everywhere. You cannot find that in Canada. The people are very friendly.
On the contrary, is there anything you think it's inconvenient in Japan?
Not really. I haven't come across anything like that.
Wow.
I think everything's very convenient. The trains always on time. Buses always on time.
Is there any Japanese food you cannot eat?
Oh, that I cannot eat. You're gonna hate me. I don't like uni.
Uni. Why?
It's a bit too fishy for me.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. Shokara,
Shopai.
Shopai.
How about
I love
natto?
natto.
Oh, when you first ate natto, how do you feel?
Well, okay, the first time I tried it, I had seen people try it and they're like, oh, this is gross. Like, it tastes so bad. And so I smelled it and it smelled kind of like roots. I was like, okay, it can't be that bad. So I try it and I just thought it tasted like beans.
Are you okay? The natto stickiness.
Yeah,
Oh,
I eat it with rice and then kimchi.
How long will you stay in Japan?
Probably till next March.
Next,
So 2 years, pretty much.
when you finish staying in Japan, you would be a nice Japanese cook.
I hope so.
And
I
your
hope so.
Japanese will be friendly.
I hope so. Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Thank you so
for
much.
the interview. Thank you for your cooperation. Where are you from?
Australia.
Australia. Is it your first visit to Japan?
Yeah, first time.
Why did you decide to come to Japan?
Always wanted to come for like the food here. We have it back home. Like, why don't we try it over here? And it's all, you see everything about Tokyo and it's all cool. They're always doing things bigger and better. In Australia, we're very small, so we don't get to see as much of the big populations and what everyone's getting up to.
What was your first impression of Japan?
Big.
Very grand.
Very big.
A lot of different cities within the city.
A lot of people as well. Very good, very well dressed people.
Very well dressed.
Very stylish.
So stylish.
Which city of Australia are you from?
Sydney.
I think Sydney is a very big city, isn't it?
It's a bit, in terms of like look of it, it's big,
So,
but
yeah,
people, like not as
people
many
and,
people.
yeah.
No way.
You visited so many cities.
Yeah, a lot so far.
A lot.
How did you decide which city you visit?
We did it like I had a friend that came before. He picked out a lot of them. So like Kyoto, Osaka, and obviously Tokyo.
A lot of it just for TikTok and Hiroshima because of the history.
We want to see about all the history with Hiroshima, see it firsthand. And then Nagoya was last minute, and we decided to go to Nagoya.
In Nagoya, what are you going to do?
Oh, we just went. So we did the aquarium. We just went around to a few of the streets, the science museum there. We didn't get a chance to go to the Toyota Museum, unfortunately.
In Sydney, how do you transport?
Train, not as good, but train.
But mainly car.
Car,
Car.
yeah, everything's driving.
Here, what's the difference Japanese train system and Sydney's train system?
Efficient. It's a lot more efficient. You can get everywhere so quickly. You don't have to wait 20 minutes for the next train.
A lot less buses.
Yeah, a lot less buses. Everything's very free moving, in and out, up and down. Like you can go anywhere
In
really.
Sydney, it's more cars. It's a lot more cars.
Yeah. Do you want to drive in Japan?
We have our international driver's license.
Yeah, we thought about it. We might,
We'll think, we might do it.
because we might go to Hakaba, so we might drive there, or we're not sure yet.
Did you find anything so surprising in Japanese street?
Just a lot going on.
A lot narrower as well. A lot smaller. The buildings are smaller.
A lot of little alleyways,
Yeah.
with like a lot of stuff, and especially there's like towers, and you can look up, and there's restaurants all above or shops all above. We don't really have a lot of that.
And
It's usually-
less people in every restaurant. It's always like very small compared to back home, whereas everything's like a bit bigger. So, which is cool. It's cool. You get feel like you're getting a one-on-one.
Which city is the most similar what you imaged to Japan?
To what we imagine Japan to be
Yeah,
like.
probably
Yeah.
Tokyo.
Probably Tokyo.
Yeah, 'cause,
Tokyo.
like, we've seen a lot of Tokyo, so
In terms of like how you think Japan was back in the day, Kyoto looks like that with the
yeah,
old
like the old
fashioned.
time.
What image do you had to Tokyo?
A lot of big buildings. A lot of big buildings.
A lot of anime, a lot of
Yeah, a lot of
stuff.
screens with anime on it.
Yeah.
A
Stuff
lot
like
of
that.
cute little foods that you see, and a lot of people.
A lot of, yeah.
It's exactly that. Yeah.
It is the same.
I think Japanese culture and Australian culture is very different.
Oh, very,
Yeah. But during this trip, did you find anything very similar in two countries?
When we go out drinking,
Yeah.
the Japanese people are very similar too.
They like to drink and they like to party as well. They're very nice.
Very nice. We had a
They're
fun
very
with few
polite.
people,
Yeah, so
So did you visit izakaya in Japan?
Oh, is it the small bars?
Yeah. Japanese style bar.
yeah, we
we
we found a few.
we found a few. That
Oh,
that
good.
was awesome.
Big.
Very cool. Found
People were very nice.
Yeah, I think we went to the central business district where all the businessmen go. We found one in the ground. We just we're going there, and it was like 5 people. Had a good time.
Did you find any favorite Japanese sake?
I don't know because I just like give us what you want to give us, and
He just it's everything's different. We just ask him and he gives us.
I can't remember the names, but I go, whatever you think is best, we'll have that. And then he goes,
Oh, could you show me the first picture you took in Japan after the airport?
what would it be?
I think it was this one.
Wow. Oh, is it Shibuya? Shinjuku?
Shinjuku.
Shinjuku. So why did you take this one?
It was like the first time I think when we got out of the train station, it was the first time we saw pretty much the city vibe or anything. So
A nice picture of the sky.
yeah, it's very good.
Yeah.
It's a very good day.
If Japanese people visit Sydney and want to enjoy Sydney, what should we do or where should we visit?
Definitely go to the city because there's also in Australia there's a lot of cultures. So we've got a lot of Japanese, a lot of other Asian cultures there. So it fit right in. There's a lot of people, but
Sydney
I'd say
Harbour,
the Sydney
for
Harbour
sure.
for sure. If you want to look,
Harbour Bridge, Opera
And
House. All them.
where we're from a lot of beaches. So down the beach, go for a swim in the sun in Cronulla. A lot of waves. It's a beautiful beach town.
A lot of national parks, so you can go through the national parks. A lot of waterfalls.
The bush, go out into. We have a lot of bushlands. It's very cool. You go out there, you can find some waterfalls out there
Wow.
and go on some nice bushwalks. Australia's one of the best places for coffee.
Should we rent a car in Sydney?
Yes. Yeah, I'd say it's an easier way to get around. It depends how long you're staying for as well.
Yeah.
If you're staying in the city and around the city, you don't necessarily need one.
But
But
if you
if-
want to adventure around and go to
You
like
can go around.
visit some south
Yeah.
spots or go up north,
You need a car, yeah.
a car's probably the best and most comfortable way as well.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for the interview. Thank you for your cooperation. Where are you from?
Australia.
Is it your first visit Japan?
It's my first visit, not mine.
So how many times have you been?
This is my second time.
Second time. Why did you decide to come back again?
The food.
Food.
And the shopping, probably.
Especially what Japanese food?
Okonomiyaki is my favorite. First time I think was in Osaka.
What the reason
Oh,
you like okonomiyaki?
because it's yum.
We don't really
A
have
yum
anything
in my
like that
belly.
in Australia. It's so yummy. And
Wow.
ramen. We're going to get ramen now.
Is there any difference between Japanese ramen and Australian ramen?
It's just way yummier here. Way yummier.
In this trip, what are you most looking forward to doing or seeing?
The food and the shopping and the crowds.
Crowds?
All the
Yes.
people.
Wow.
And it looks so pretty, like when you look at it.
Yes.
Is there any food you want to try without okonomiyaki?
We tried the candied fruits.
Ah, yes.
That's very yummy.
Anything that we see that we haven't tried, we try it.
So far, you have any new food?
We had the crepes just
Crepes.
before up there. They were
Yeah.
good.
Or the egg rolls.
Egg
The-
roll.
And the miso soup.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was with our Japanese breakfast.
Ah.
Hadn't had a Japanese breakfast before.
How was Japanese breakfast?
Really so good.
So good, but very different to our breakfast. So different.
What do you eat for your
Um,
breakfast usually?
Maybe just like bread, like toast, or cereal.
Mhm.
I always have avocado on toast for breakfast.
Wow, sounds yummy.
Yeah.
In Kyoto, where did you visit it?
We went to the Fushimi Inari Shrine. Oh, we've done it just restaurants. Oh, we did karaoke as
Oh
well.
yeah, we did karaoke.
What did you think?
Lots of songs.
Lots of songs. We sang some Queen, some ABBA.
Oh, do you like karaoke?
I love karaoke.
She loves it more than me.
Oh,
She made us
really?
stay longer and longer. I wanted to go home.
Do you go to karaoke in Australia?
I've only ever been once in Australia, so yeah.
It's very different in Australia. The rooms are bigger. Instead of like a little room, lots of people all go in the same room.
Oh,
It's like a bar, so you get him up in front of everybody in the bar and sing. I like the little rooms better because I don't like to sing in front of too many people.
In
Yeah.
Japan, some Japanese people go to karaoke by one.
Yeah,
By
by
themselves.
themselves.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
There is a karaoke for one person.
Wow. That's for you.
Could you show me the picture you took in Japan after the airport?
That was at the airport.
We took that at the airport once we grabbed our bag.
My first photo was a photo of all the vending machines.
So many vending machines.
Yeah. Did you find any funny vending machine?
I can't believe you can buy alcohol and cigarettes in vending machines. I can't believe that.
That's crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In Australia, it's very strict to buy alcohol and cigarettes.
Every time you have to show your ID every single time. You can't just buy it.
Here, you just say yes, I'm over 20, rather than you don't have to like show, which was crazy.
It's
Lots of trust
interesting.
here. I like it.
Thank you.
皆さんいかがだったでしょうか。少しでも面白いな、また見たいなと思っていただけましたら、高評価とチャンネル登録よろしくお願いいたします。